guys, and welcome back to another All Heart video. So I've been getting a lot of questions from parents about the different types of practical life activities that they can introduce to their older children. So that's exactly what I wanted to show you in this video. And I'm hoping to create a little bit of a series on this, and that way I can introduce new practical life activities every single month. That way you can change them out every single month. If you like that idea, go ahead and comment down below and let me know. And with that, let's go ahead and get started on today's video.
So the first activity is a memory activity, and this is used to develop their concentration, their attention to detail, and their memory while remembering objects. So you can place all of the little objects on a tray. You're going to need a small timer. And then inside of this little basket, I have some strips of paper and a pencil. And I would say to limit the amount of items the first time around to about 10 items or so. So the first thing that you want to do after grabbing your tray is to remove all of the items and place them in front of your children or your child. You can place them in any arrangement that you want. There is no particular order. You just want to make sure that your child is able to see each of the individual items separately, so that when you do remove an item, it'll be easier for them to be able to identify which item is the one that you removed. The next thing you want to do is be able to describe what this type of timer does. So your children are going to have approximately 1 minute to be able to figure out what object has been removed. So they see that the sand is traveling from the top to the bottom. That is going to last approximately 1 minute. So when they see that there is no more sand traveling down, then they are going to be able to make their guess by writing their guess on a strip of paper with their pencil. From here, I've asked my son to cover his eyes, and I have removed my one item. And as soon as I'm ready, I ask him to raise his head up, and I can turn the timer over. Now starts his 1 minute.
You can also offer extensions for that initial memory game as well. So you can either choose to remove more than one item at one time. You can choose to offer more items. That way it's going to be a little bit more challenging if they have more items to try and memorize. Or you can choose to either cover up all of the items at one time. So that way you can try and see how many items they are able to memorize from just being able to look at it for about a minute or so. And the last extension that you can offer is to shorten up the amount of time. So with that little timer that we had, they have a minute to try and figure out what item is missing from the collection. So if you want, you can cut that time in half and perhaps only offer them 30 seconds for them to be able to identify that missing object. So those are the extensions that you can offer for that memory game activity.
The next activity is a simple art activity. The only thing that you're going to need is your design. You're going to need a cork board, and you're also going to need some push tacks. This is the perfect activity to help your child further develop their fine motor skills. Once removing the items from the tray, tell your child that they're going to be given the opportunity to create a beautiful picture using these push tacks. You can go ahead and demonstrate how to properly insert a push tack into the corkboard, and then from there, let your child take over the activity. Once they finish with their design, go ahead and ask your child to remove all of the tacks and place them in the appropriate little bins. From there, take your now finished picture out towards a window or a door or outside in order to let your child see how beautiful it looks when the sun filters through it. They're really going to enjoy this part of the project and seeing their work complete. For this final activity, your child is going to be able to create a beautiful friendship bracelet. This is the perfect activity in order for your child to learn how to follow steps and practice skills involving memory, pattern, and shape recognition, and also to improve their fine motor skills. So from here, I'm describing to my son that he wants to find the end that is loose. He wants to remove all of the little sticker strips that are holding the pieces together, and then I ask him to make his first cut depending on the length that he wants his bracelet to be. So he has chosen this length. So the rest of the pieces that he cuts have to be the same length as well.
So we're going to go about 2 inches down and we're going to tie a little knot. Okay? Just like this.
Okay.
It's a little bit more than 2 inches. I'd say about 2.5 inches or so. Just like that. Then we're going to set it down on the table. So once we've laid it down on the table, we're going to take a little piece of tape. So take a little piece of tape.
Okay. Okay.
Pull. So what you're going to do is you're going to separate these two to the side. You're going to take your first color. So you're going to be doing a pattern. First blue, then red, then gray. And this is going to go under like this.
Okay.
Okay, so I took the blue. It's almost like making a backwards 4, right? So these are going to be laid on top.
Okay.
Then you're going to take the end of this one and you're going to pull it through. Just like this. And you're going to go all the way up. And once you're done with that one, you're going to move it over to the other side. And now we're going to do the same thing with the red. Make sense?
Okay.
So there are extensions that you can also offer with this friendship bracelet activity. So instead of just giving them 3 different strings that they are kind of stringing together, you can offer 4. You can also choose to offer different types of strings. So it could be wool, or it could be, you know, any other type of material and texture that they are able to string together. You can also offer to have them weave different types of beads onto their bracelets as well. I know that's a lot of fun, and it'll kind of help with that creative motivation that they might need if you feel like they have really mastered the initial activity. But this is an activity that I really, really enjoy, and my son really enjoys, because not only does it work their fine motor skills and their hand and eye coordination, but it's one that really helps with their concentration and also with them being able to recognize patterns. And not only that, I mean, every time that he was stringing something through, he was doing it 4 times with the initial color, and then he would switch on to the next color. So it's just a really fun and easy activity that you can set up very easily as well. But they are learning quite a bit through this activity. So I really do hope that you enjoyed this one.
And that will do it for this video. I really do hope that you enjoyed it and that you recreate some of these activities at home with your older children. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and remember to ring that notification bell so you never miss out on any future videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you back here very, very soon.